Man, we back here with another one, man. For the people who didn't see your last interview, man, who are we speaking with today?
My name is Brian Tatum.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Let me ask you this, man. What do people need to rethink after hearing your story?
That no matter how different you are, you can be accepted as long as you have the patience for people to accept you. The indifference not a bad thing, and it's better to embrace it than think of it as a negative and let it become who you are as long as you're not doing bad things.
Right. Okay. What's one decision that you made that still affects your life to today?
Being a parent.
Being a parent. Okay. Okay. You want to go into detail about that?
Yeah, I have a 29-year-old daughter, and I prayed to the Lord for her. And when I got her, it was awesome, and I raised her pretty much by myself, and I now have 5 grandchildren, and
Okay.
she's doing a great job. She made her errors, but it's great to have created something and
That's what's up.
taught her well.
Okay. What keeps you going, man, when life feels unfair sometimes?
Uh, my personal is perseverance for God, because I just won't give up because He's worth it.
That's what's up, man. Okay. What version of yourself do you miss the most? You would say.
My 13-year-old self out on the farm playing ninja, and just enjoying life to the fullest without any care in the world, and it's just kind of hard to get to sometimes when you become an adult.
Right. Right. Okay. Uh, do you feel like your life turned out wrong?
No, I think it could have been better, but it made me who I am today, and I think that's what's important because I'm proud to be me.
Okay. Do you feel like you failed in life?
I've had failures, but I try not to fail. I mean, I'm kind of very OCD about things, and always I get a little gung ho. But failure is a part of learning. And if we don't fail, we'd all be perfect, and there would be no point really.
Facts. I feel you. Okay. What relationship damaged you the most? You would say.
Um, Probably my father, because he knew nothing but tough love. So he was kind of mean, but he wasn't abusive. But he just never really got a different version of love than the one he knew. So
Okay. Would you say that version of love that he gave you helped you out throughout life, or?
it helped me understand him as a person, and actually some things what I shouldn't do maybe in life, and just he's a good dad. You really
Okay,
can't complain on that note.
that's cool. Who would you say walked away from you when you needed them the most?
That's a tough one. Um, Oddly enough, I say me. I kind of walked away from taking life seriously. I guess I don't know who else to say other than that. But I try to be responsible for my actions, and it just kind of works that way, I guess.
Okay. What mistake taught you the hardest lesson in life?
Um, the physical violence isn't the answer. It might be necessary sometimes to protect, but physical violence is not necessarily. And I think a lot of things could be overcome with tolerance and understanding for peace.
Okay. When was the exact moment life stopped being a dream that you dreamed of?
Um, I can't even recall. It's been so long. I try to persevere for my dreams. I guess when I got assaulted and had brain damage, I tried to do it.
Sorry to hear that, man.
It's okay.
Do you ever feel like you took the wrong path in life?
Yeah, I did, but not like majorly. I've always been a good child or a good person and try to be, well behaved. So uh, we all go astray, and it's hard to walk a straight line. And the path of righteousness isn't easy.
Okay. What's the hardest truth about yourself that you refuse to face?
Then I don't suck. Sometimes I'm really, really, really hard on myself. So sometimes I just got to give myself grace and take credit for some of the things that I can do. So
Okay, that's understandable. Uh, what's a struggle that no one would ever guess you going through?
um, I say just having friends that are true friends.
Okay. Have you ever been forced to make a choice that you didn't agree with?
Yeah, and organized workplaces in the Navy and stuff like that. I had to do what I was told to do. So sometimes, but never nothing that is unspeakable or bad. So,
Okay, so you was in the Navy. So
sir,
how was that life for you, man? Being in the Navy.
well, it was awesome. I've been to like 7 countries and seen war from in 2 years from '92 to '94, and I got to see the world. And by the time I was out, I'd seen and done more things than most people even fathom in most lifetimes. So.
Okay. How would you say the world is today versus how it was back in 1992 and 94?
I would say it's definitely a lot more stressful times, but people are trying to be more aware of what's going on, and instead of in the background rather than so. It's I would say there's the worries, but it's worse. But '80s and '90s were always a little better times, I think. So
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this, man. Do you ever feel like this will be your life forever?
um, my life's kind of what I make it, unless there's extenuating circumstances. So I have a broad range of things I could do, and I know how to do. So my biggest deal is getting bored and not getting in trouble. Doing silly things.
That's cool. Okay. What's a moment that you wish you can erase, man, but it shaped the person that you are today?
That's a tough one. I'd say I I guess just being assaulted and having to learn how to talk again from the brain damage I had.
Hmm.
Um, but then again, it did make me who I am today, and I had a whole other understanding now for knowledge. So it's hard to say.
Okay. Uh, when was it a moment that you laughed, man, but deep down inside you really wanted to cry?
Just kind of every day, to be honest with you, people are kind of arrogant and not straightforward as they should be. So I get mad at people.
Would you
Just,
say most days you out here by yourself?
uh, I don't think of it that way. I used to, and I realized there's plenty of people around here, and if you want to go out and talk to people, 50% of them will sit and have a conversation with you. It's not terribly mean. It's kind of a tourist trap or town area, so it's that's common, in my opinion.
Okay, okay. We got a couple more questions and we'll be finished, man. If you could talk to your younger self for 1 minute, what would you say?
No, I'd say make a lot more money, Brian. Get out there and make more money. Make more money. That way, I could have been done halfway, retired on the whole money thing, and had a pension by now, et cetera, et cetera. So I could be definitely banked and have cash if I really wanted it, but it's different.
Okay. Who did you imagine yourself becoming while you were growing up, man?
There was Superman or Dr. John. I just made up a Dr. John name. That's the two people.
Okay. Did you ever think that life would turn out the way it did for you?
Uh,
As far as like, just being out here on the streets every day and
I couldn't have fathomed it. No, it's kind of I feel the Lord put me here to teach me a lesson about helping people, and it's definitely been that. So, not sure.
okay. What would you say broke you mentally?
Having my belongings that were personal to me taken from me so many times, and being treated as if I had done something wrong by the position I was in, being on the streets.
Mm. You got any blankets, man? Like out here, like when you out here in the cold or whatever?
Oh yeah, you gotta always have blankets in Colorado.
Okay.
I try to at least keep. I know normally where there's 3 or 4 at, and I try to keep one good one, especially with the weather like it's been.
Okay. What situation humbled you the most, you would say?
Definitely my dog being away from me, and it taught me that I'm gonna live life and things will be all right, and I can't be relying on my dog to live my life. So that'd probably be what humbled me the most.
Okay. Um, what did you never think that would happen, but it did?
Me to become a little bit famous or kind of I don't know, just famous a little bit, in the area. So
Okay.
I'm not really like that kind of stuff. I like to do things with transparency and not a lot of attention when it comes to like
Okay.
that. So
One last question, man. When did you lose control of your life, you would say?
probably when I was about 22, messing with meth, and I kind of got out there for a year or so, and it kind of really taught me it could get really bad, and drugs are a bad situation you don't want to get fully invested in because it can destroy your life and other people around you.
Right, right. Okay. So, you got a message for the youth today? Would you like to tell them anything?
Yeah, love each other with all your heart. And if you guys don't get along, work it out and find out why, and to just let it be if you can't get along, and to just tolerance. Without tolerance, how can there be peace? Because we have to have understanding for other people's beliefs and other people's thoughts, and we can't judge them on that. So we just gotta have tolerance for and love the crap out of each other. Amen.
All right, man. That's what's up. All right, man. I appreciate you for your time
Yep.
today, man. We'll be doing many more interviews in the future, bro.
God bless.
All right.